Hello everyone, my name is John Sebastián Celis Diaz. I am going to present and defend my lesson plan entitled Environmental Problems in Colombia. Well, this lesson was designed for 7th grade students as part of the Didactics of Social Science course. The main objectives of this lesson is to help students identify the most important environmental problems affecting Colombia, understand their causes and consequences, and propose possible solutions while developing their English communication skills. I selected this topic because environmental issues are part of students' daily lives. They hear about pollution, deforestation, climate change, and waste management through social media, television, and their communities. Therefore, learning about these topics helps them understand the reality of their country while encouraging them to become responsible citizens. The question number 1: why is this lesson appropriate for 7th grade? I believe this lesson is appropriate for 7th grade students because at this educational level, learners are developing the ability to analyze social and environmental issues from different perspectives. They are no longer limited to memorizing information. Instead, they begin to interpret situations, identify causes, compare ideas, and propose solutions. For this reason, the topic Environmental Problems in Colombia allows students to connect classroom learning with situations they can observe in their own communities. During the lesson, students explore issues such as deforestation, water pollution, air pollution, and waste management. These are real problems that affect Colombian society and encourage students to reflect on their role in protecting the environment. Another reason why I selected this topic is because it's consistent with the Basic Learning Rights (DBA) for social sciences. The DBA emphasizes that students should understand such environmental phenomena within their local and national context, develop critical analysis, and participate responsibly in society. My lesson contributes to these goals by encouraging students to investigate environmental challenges and discuss possible solutions using English. Number 2. How do the activities align with the DBA content objectives and language objectives? The activities included in my lesson plan were carefully designed to ensure coherence between the DBA, the content objectives, and the language objectives. Every stage of the lesson has a specific purpose and contributes to students. Learning progression. First, during the presentation stage, I decided to use a Kahoot quiz as an introductory activity instead of starting with a traditional explanation. Students answer simple questions related to environmental problems in Colombia. This strategy activates their previous knowledge, increases motivation, and helps identify what they already know about the topic. According to the inquiry-based learning approach, learning becomes more meaningful when students begin by exploring questions and connecting new information with their previous experiences, rather than receiving information passively. They actively participate in the learning process from the beginning. The content objective of this lesson is for students to identify the main environmental problems in Colombia, understand their causes and consequences, and recognize possible solutions. The Kahoot activity introduces these concepts in an engaging and interactive way. Regarding the language objective, students begin using English vocabulary such as pollution, deforestation, recycling, environment, biodiversity, and conservation. They also answer simple questions in English, which allows them to practice comprehension while learning social science content. During the practice stage, students work in pairs to complete a worksheet in which they match environmental problems with their causes and possible solutions. Well, number 3, how do the stages of the lesson promote meaningful learning? Finally, I would like to explain how each stage of my lesson promotes meaningful learning. I organized the lesson following the sequence of presentation, practice, production, and evaluation because it allows students to gradually build knowledge instead of simply memorizing information. During the presentation stage, students begin with a Kahoot quiz. This activity captures their attention, activates their previous knowledge, and encourages curiosity about environmental problems in Colombia. Instead of receiving information passively, students become active participants from the very beginning of the lesson. In the practice stage, students work collaboratively to analyze environmental problems, identify their causes and consequences, and discuss possible solutions. Through interaction with their classmates, they exchange ideas, compare opinions, and strengthen their understanding. This collaborative work also develops communication skills and promotes active participation. The production stage is the most important part of the lesson because the students apply everything they have learned by creating a digital poster in Canva. Another important aspect of the lesson is the development of critical thinking. For these reasons, I believe that my lesson integrates social science content, English language learning, collaborative work, and critical thinking in a coherent way. Thank you very much for your attention.